Welcome to YellBro. I'm Jordan, and today we're going to cover a portion of Kyle Kulinski's video talking about Alex Jones and his, desire to, I guess, obliterate Venezuela and regime change them, which is ridiculous. But first, do not forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. Also, check out the Discord link if you want to join up on that. Even you Kyle fans, all opinions are welcome. You can go there, you can argue, you can agree, you can play movies, you can play music, watch TV shows, whatever. Listen to audiobooks together, do whatever the fuck you want. Just no graphic violence and no dick pics, bro. Keep that shit away from there. That's all I gotta say about that. All links, description box. Also, the donation links are charities. They're not for me personally. Sometimes people don't know that's what they're there for, but that's what they're there for. Except for the very last link, the little CashApp link at the very bottom. That's for me. But I say, don't worry about that. Anyways, okay. In typical fashion, I watch a Kyle video, and to be honest, I don't look for these things. They're usually just recommended. I think I'm probably a subscriber from years ago, right? I'm not subscribed. All right, whatever. But I've been watching Kyle for years, right? Not like very dedicatedly, but here and there, especially around election time, and just to see the, see where the bigger voices, the bigger platforms are at, right? But yeah, either way, I get recommended a decent amount of his videos, and at least as of recently, the more recent stuff, it feels like I'll watch something, let's say like a foreign policy thing, and I'll be like, I agree with Kyle on like 80%. And then that last 20% of the video, I'm just like, oh, Kyle, come on, dude. Where are we selling narratives and doing politics? Like, yo, just be honest. That's all it's asked for. Just be honest, man. And here's another case of that, right? He's kind of mocking and calling out and critiquing Alex Jones's dumb fuck take on Venezuela and what we should do with that. And it all lines up. It all makes sense. But then he makes a statement near the end of the video where I'm like, oh god, this isn't even true, Kyle. Either it's not true or it's not in detail enough for me to call it true. And you'll hear what I'm saying. I'll let you know when he says it, but here's Kyle. The name of the video is Alex Jones is fucked. Let's check it out. Here we go.
What's the reality? Well, if only Trump had previously said out in the open what the deal is. Here we go.
We're buying oil from Venezuela. When I left, Venezuela was ready to collapse. We would have taken it over. We would have gotten all that oil. It would have been right next door.
He wanted to steal the oil. Nobody should be surprised. This is what he said about Syria, too.
This is true.
He said, we're occupying a third of Syria to, quote, steal the oil. He's openly said this about Iraq. He would say, to the victor go the spoils, right? To the victor go the spoils. We should have taken all the oil. We should have taken the oil from Iraq. He's not hiding it.
Yeah. I don't know if he said steal the oil with Syria. I think he said, we're keeping the oil. Yeah, we're going to leave some troops there, and we're keeping the oil. We're keeping it. I don't know if he said, I don't think he said stealing. But it's what's meant by what Trump's saying is stealing the oil, amongst other natural resources from the government of Syria to help them collapse faster. Let's be honest, that was the point of that. Just like every other administration was doing to subvert Syria because they need that entire place destabilized so they can terraform things in their own fucking image, which is typically devil worship shit, both Democrat and Republican. But that's not the thing I'm here to critique Kyle about, like, semantics or whatever. Here we go.
He's saying, I'm a gangster imperialist thug, and I get to steal your shit, and you can shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Now, if it worked in the other direction, oh my god, he'd lose it. If New Zealand was stealing our shit, if Iran was stealing our shit, if fill in the blank with whatever country you want was stealing our shit, oh my god, we'd press that nuclear red button in an instant. But when it's us taking your shit, that's fine. And my anti-establishment, anti-war heroes like fucking Alex Jones are out there to coddle his nuts and do his propaganda for him.
But now we're buying
I agree.
oil from Venezuela, so we're making a dictator very rich. Can you believe this? Nobody can believe it.
There you have it. Your anti-war, anti-establishment hero, anti-elite hero, cannot wait, is horny for the next war. And
horny for the next one. Yeah, I could see that. I'll be honest with you, Kyle. I don't think the guy cares. He knows he's not in trouble. He knows his family's not in trouble. Like, whether he's president or someone else is president and they fucking invade some country again, his life's fine. Like, he'll be fine. I mean, I heard people are saying he has health issues, but like, he's not gonna get gunned down by some Venezuelan or something, right? That's just not happening. Iran's not gonna fucking kill him. Right? He's safe in those regards. Maybe he needs to avoid the McDonald's. So, anyways, here we go. Once again, there's a part in here where this is where I have a where I feel like he sullies the video, and kind of like, you know, pissing the punch bowl, if you will. All right, here we go.
And everybody should save that clip of Alex Jones saying that, because there will come a day, if they really follow through with this, there will come a day where, again, people will be looked at like the monsters that they are if they supported this. Isn't it funny? On a long enough timeline, the left is correct about everything. Isn't that funny? You know, when you look at, for example, gay marriage. I mean, now it's over 60% of the country. Well, of course, yeah. Why? Why should if a man and a woman can get married, why can't a man and a man? Why can't a woman and a woman? Isn't love love? Shouldn't people just be able to be happy? Shouldn't they all get the same tax benefits? And shouldn't we treat them equally under the law? Everybody now, okay, sure, the left was right about that. The Iraq War, exact same thing. Everybody after a while was like, yeah, Saddam Hussein didn't attack us, and he didn't have any connections to Osama bin Laden whatsoever. So, I don't know, why did we attack them? And even if he had weapons of mass destruction, which he didn't, it's not like he was going to use them immediately. It's not like, what, he was about to launch on Tampa? What are we talking about? So, think about it, man. Think about it. I mean, what a mess. Holy shit.
Okay, I thought about it. Now, here's where things get weird, and this is honestly not a semantic. This is the part I have a problem with, and it's not semantical, because you say, "Oh, the left just gets it right," and it's like you have to really like go into detail and define, I guess, who you mean, like, because would you consider Barack Obama the left, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden? Are those guys the left? Is that what he means? And I have some clips ready to go here. Like, if you consider Obama the left and McCain the right, I think you end up in war in either direction you go in. This is back in 2008 when Barack Obama was first running for president. And just like Cal just showed with Trump, where it's like, oh, this guy was already like full-blown war hawk, ready to go to war, ready to take down Venezuela or take their resources or whatever the fuck. Like, he was already down for that before he was president or in between presidencies. So, like, there's no big surprise there. It's like, well, you could say the same with this guy right here, Barack Obama. But people voted for him anyways. Let's hear it. Here we go.
We're failing in Afghanistan. The commander said we cannot win there. We've got to get it down to a low-level insurgency. Let the Afghans take it over. Cooper Cole said, what we need is an acceptable dictator. If either of you becomes president, as one of you will, how do you reorganize Afghanistan strategy, or do you? Briefly, if you can.
I'll be very brief. We are going to have to make the Iraqi government start taking more responsibility, withdraw our troops in a responsible way over time, because we're going to have to put some additional troops in Afghanistan. General McKiernan, the commander in Afghanistan right now, is desperate for more help because our bases and outposts are now targets for more aggressive Afghan or Taliban offensives.
Obviously, stop out there. If you're curious about John McCain's take, he's like, well, we need to keep shit going in Iraq while also keep shit going in Afghanistan. So I guess you can call that lesser evil. They both stayed in both anyways, right? All right, let's just be like both Obama or okay. McCain's stated policy, right, was stay in both. Barack Obama said only like, okay, let's withdraw from Iraq and go into Afghanistan. Like, well, that didn't really happen, did it? What happened was just rearranging and shuffling around troops from one place to another and shit like that. And also, Barack Obama expanded wars into other countries. So, yeah, even his quote unquote withdrawal from Iraq, which left a shit ton of weapon systems behind for ISIS to take up and use by accident, I guess, he still expanded to other countries. So, like, okay. I'm not going to call that better, but maybe Kyle doesn't mean Barack Obama. Maybe he's like, oh, Barack Obama is not really the left. He's like establishment or something. He's a, I don't know, neoliberal. He's, whatever, right? He's not the real left. See, the real left gets the answers right away. And then I take a peek at AOC. And I'm like, do they? Now, is this who you mean? Maybe her or someone like Bernie Sanders. Maybe this is what the left means, is like, these guys just get it right. Maybe Kyle's not even talking about politicians. I'll be fair. Maybe he's not actually talking about politicians. He's saying like regular people that are on the left. I'd still have contention with that. Because, in fact, like, you got her, like, as far as I'm concerned, you got her wrong. In fact, I believe Kyle's made videos about her take on, with the Iron Dome and all that shit. And it's like, there's a clear and blatant reason why that's a wrong vote to support for. And here's a right-winger, I got, even by Kyle's logic, outflanks her on this topic, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene outflanks AOC on what's happening in Gaza. In fact, maybe even outflanks Bernie Sanders on Israel Gaza. Like, she's keep saying lefties get it right first, but at least in the politician realm, that's not true. And once again, I don't think she's like, I think she's kind of silly, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But on this topic, she outflanked Bernie and AOC on this topic. Crazy, huh? I mean, Bernie still can't say fucking genocide. Let's be honest. And then you have, like, I know, continuing on with Bernie Sanders here, you have this guy that I did a recent video on with him and Hassan doing an interview. This Matt Duss guy. And if you look into his foreign policy, I believe he got significant portions of Syria wrong, just like Bernie did. Significant portions of Ukraine wrong, like Bernie did. And then obviously positions about Israel he got wrong, like Bernie did. Not all of it, but I'm saying for Bernie Sanders, not all of it, but there's some things where it's like, damn, are you stupid? Or what? Like, what are these votes for? And how do you not see? I mean, like, it's one thing to be some regular person and get something wrong, but there's another to be like inside with the policymakers and just get something so wrong. And then on top of that, hire someone as your foreign policy advisor, aka Matt Duss, who gets the same things wrong. It's like, what the fuck? Now, let's go through. let's wrap back here to Kyle's video. And once again, he could be saying the left as in people in general, but when it comes to politicians, there's someone who's outflanked every lefty fucking guy I've seen when it comes to foreign policy. That'd be Ron Paul. 100% outflanks all of them on foreign policy. Now, his reasonings are different than someone. It may not come from a moral point of view. Maybe it does. But still, his votes go against these fucking crazy fucking wars. Want to hear something even crazier? He outflanked, as far as quote-unquote left, like being on the left, right? He outflanked Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama on gay marriage. The thing that Kyle just brought up, gay marriage, he outflanked them on that too. Now, once again, his reasons of why he believes what he believes about gay marriage are different than what a quote-unquote lefty would want. But the the idea works out the same. He's like, oh, well, the government shouldn't be telling anyone who should get married with who, or who can get married to who. His idea is like, get him out of the way. And there's things where he's asked, and according to his personal opinion, he believes marriage is between a man and a woman, right? But he also says, like, well, I shouldn't be dictating what other people do. That's their choice. It should be up to them. Wow. Outflanked Hillary and Obama. But maybe Cal's not saying they're the left. But definitely on foreign policy. It's just not even close. There you go. Here's just a little snippet here.
Why are we...
Okay. That audio is terribly low. Let me turn that up. Once again, it's just like a minor exercise of like, okay, well, what do you mean by the left? What the fuck does that mean? Like, I talk to people, they sometimes or argue with people, and they'll call me, they'll say, oh, you're just on the left, that's why. Then I'll argue with other people, like, oh, well, you're on the right, that's why. You're a Bernie supporter. You're a Trump supporter. It's like, I get that all day and night, to where it's like, it almost lost meaning. And when you say it so bland the way Kyle did, like, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't hit home. It doesn't have any, like, power to it. It's just a statement you say. And if you're talking about, once again, people that are in politics, in the Congress, in the presidency, and, right, that are, like, officials and all that shit, I think it's kind of wrong. Maybe on certain topics, or maybe on, like, I don't know, like on like the amount of people supporting something. Maybe there's more quote unquote Democrats doing that. But the overall idea is outflanked. A lot of them are outflanked by this fucking guy, who I don't entirely agree with. But all right, let's just play this clip. Here we go.
Why are we determined to follow a foreign policy of empire building and preemption which is unbecoming of a constitutional republic? Those on the right should recall that the traditional conservative position of non-intervention was their position for most of the 20th century, and they benefited politically from the wars carelessly entered into by the left.
Of course, you said the left. If you see that Taliban using children as human shields in battle, NATO says, just to stamp over what he's saying. Now, this whole the left thing, once again, another thing I'd be like, yo, the fuck does that mean? What does that really mean? Like, in practicality, in practice, in the world. What the fuck does that actually mean? Usually nothing, and it's just a thing to keep left-right politics going, instead of, like, actually trying to move toward a solution while also addressing all the problems that are there and all that shit. But anyways, here we go.
7 years ago, the right benefited politically by condemning the illegal intervention in Kosovo and Somalia. At the time, the right was outraged over the failed policy of nation building. It's important to recall that the left, in 2003, offered little opposition to the preemptive war in Iraq, and many are now not willing to stop it by defunding it or work to prevent an attack on Iran.
Yeah. And which is, okay, like, what's that? The nation, most of the nation, and most of the Congress all supported this war on terror shit that ended up, you know, invading Iraq, Afghanistan, and all this shit. So I'm just gonna assume that Kyle doesn't mean these guys as the left, as like Hillary Clinton's of the world, Barack Obama's of the world. They aren't the left. I assume he's saying that. But here we go.
Catch-all phrase, the war on terrorism, in all honesty, has no more meaning than if one wants to wage a war against criminal gangsterism. Terrorism is a tactic. You can't have a war against a tactic. It's deliberately vague and non-definable in order to justify and permit perpetual war anywhere and under any circumstances.
I mean, that is, in my assessment, exactly it to a fucking T. Exactly it. It's warfare wherever the fuck you want it to be, essentially. And if you fund these guys over here and subvert some stuff over there, maybe you could just have terrorists be all over the place. So that's what justifies you using the military everywhere. Right? George Bush, Barack Obama, these guys set up some certain rules that Trump is abusing to this very day. Abusing it. And it's not actually illegal. Based on based on the way these guys move anyways, right? Because if you're going to call some of these things that Trump are doing illegal, you have to call things that Obama, Bush, Biden were all doing as well. Like, you would have to throw them in jail with them, with Trump. Like, just being honest. But here we go.
Don't forget, the Iraqis and Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with any terrorist attack against us, including that on 9/11. Special interests and the demented philosophy of conquest have driven most wars throughout all of history. Rarely has the cause of liberty, as it was in our own revolution, been the driving force. In recent decades, our policies have been driven by neoconservative empire radicalism, profiteering in the military-industrial complex, misplaced do-good internationalism, mercantilistic notions regarding the need to control natural resources, and blind loyalty to various governments in the Middle East.
Now, has Bernie Sanders or AOC ever gotten close to saying shit like that? Even close to it? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. You have certain votes here or there, or bills that are proposed, right? That I'm like, oh, okay. Bernie wants to get U.S. weaponry out of Saudi Arabia because they're genociding Yemen at that time period, right? The poorest nation on earth. They're fucking bombarding them, blowing up weddings, school buses, all that, like just killing people willy-nilly, right? But at the same time, when Kyle makes a statement that, oh, well, the left, they're just always there they just get it faster. Everyone else, joins us later, but originally, like, the left gets it. It's like, if Ron Paul was in office, what do you think would happen? What do you think he would vote for? I think he'd vote to end arming Saudi Arabia. I think he would have voted to end arming Israel. I think one of the things he's like hinting at right there is Israel, by the way. Meaning, before October 7th, he would have been doing policy to go against just willy-nilly funding Israel. And then you can consider all their human rights violations. It took some time for Bernie to catch up on, right? Let's be honest. Ron Paul, I'm not so sure what his drone policy is, but I remember Bernie's drone policy. Not looking so good. Once again, Ukraine, I don't see him voting for that either. Supporting like arms sales or giving away weapons to these guys. Hey, I didn't look through his entire record. Maybe there's something there worth pointing out. Either way, whatever good thing you think Bernie Sanders would do in regards to foreign policy, I'm pretty sure Ron Paul would outflank him on it. Whatever good thing you think AOC will do on foreign policy, I'm pretty sure Ron Paul would outflank her. It is what it is. Like, and I have to assume that Kyle means, when he says the left, let's say he disregards Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and people like that. I would assume he would say AOC and Bernie Sanders are like, yeah, that's like the real left. In which case, a Republican, or maybe more so libertarian, but he's on the right, considered on the right wing, right? This guy outflanks both of them on foreign policy. Let's just be honest. Honestly, if I think about it, he might outflank them on like gay marriage too. I know he outflanked Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, but he might outflank AOC and Bernie Sanders on that too. I was like, yo, what the fuck does government have to do with like people being together with each other? Get the government out of the fucking way. That's more of my belief. when it comes to marriage. I know there's like certain rights involved with any type of marriage, right? Certain like legal status and all this shit. I understand that, but at the same time, like, is that what we should be doing with marriage? I thought it should be about something bigger than that. I think Ron Paul says something in the sense of like it's between you and your God or your beliefs or whatever the fuck. It's not between you and a fucking judge and the government. Granted, I understand we don't live in a perfect world, so maybe there's reasons for the legalized marriage stuff, but I think in your mind, like the most healthy version of planet Earth, people get married because they just get married with each other. Yeah, we're gonna do our own ceremony based on what we want, whether it's a preacher or maybe your dad or your mom saying this shit, or praise Allah or fucking whatever, right? Fucking furry marriage, Toucan Sam, fucking. You may now kiss your bride and follow your nose. Sorry, the vigil made me laugh. Anyways, yeah, he might outflank them on that too. To be honest, but I guess I'll let him finish up. Here we go.
For all the misinformation given the American people to justify our invasion, such as our need for national security, enforcing UN resolutions, removing a dictator, establishing a democracy, protecting our oil, the argument has been reduced to this: if we leave now, Iraq will be left in a mess.
Which is what happened with Barack Obama. But then again, was he trying to leave in a quote unquote correct way? Which is, all right, I'm an anti-war guy and I'm done with war. Now, what he did was he left while also destabilizing all the countries around it. Then it becomes a failed state. ISIS and whoever gets all the fucking weaponry, and they start extra destabilizing other countries. And then you fund them when they start fighting in Syria. Then you fund those same guys, the ISIS Al Qaeda guys. That was Barack Obama's way of getting out of Iraq. Here we go.
If we leave now, Iraq will be left in a mess, implying the implausible that if we stay, it won't be a mess. Since it could go badly when we leave, that blame must be placed on those who took us there, not on those of us who now insist that Americans no longer need be killed or maimed, and that Americans no longer need to kill any more Iraqis. We've had enough of both.
What the fuck? The blue state. I guess Ron Paul's on the left. That'd be hilarious if Kyle said that. Like, that's like a Dubster fucking tactic. Well, Dubster, you say Republicans are better, but what do you think about George W. Bush? He's on the left. He's a Democrat. Like, he's actually a Democrat. He just pretended to be a Republican. Oh, if I had such luxuries in life to just do that. Anyways, yeah, should faceplant there, Kyle. I don't know, maybe he adds more context. I kind of stopped the video when I was watching this around here. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. What's up?
What do you say? What Kyle say?
Well, at first he was roasting Alex Jones for his Venezuela take. And then he went to a point where he's like, well, the left is always just better. Like, they've always been ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I heard you say that, man.
Yeah, so Kyle's saying, I'm like, oh, I was just going to listen to your video, Kyle, and I have to, like, make a video about this because it piqued my interest. It is what it is. And he keeps, the left outflanks these guys every time. On gay marriage, on, war, on Iraq. It was the left. I'm like, here's Ron Paul. Now what? So I have to assume he doesn't mean, like,
the left in general.
Well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work either way. Like, he has to not be talking about any politician that's in Congress or presidents. He can't be talking about any of those guys because Ron Paul, once again, in my opinion, on gay marriage he does, And on foreign policy, it's not even fucking close. He outflanks him, at least in rhetoric, right? And in votes too. The votes he's done and his rhetoric outflank whatever lefty person in Congress he wants to point out. Let's just be honest. Maybe a Kucinich could stick with him or something, or Mike Gravel could stick with him. But people there now of what he would call the true left, right? You mean AOC and Bernie? Is that who you mean? I don't know, man. I'm thinking Ron Paul outflanks him on foreign policy. I think he does.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's not even close. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
But because domestically, it proves like a contradiction. But because Kyle would say domestically, the other two are so much better, in his opinion, that they outweigh how good he is on foreign policy. But it's like it is a character thing. Like, yo, you can mean one and not the other, and there's bigger stakes to being being like that on foreign policy than it is to domestic policy, like that economic policies.
Yeah,
essentially is what we're talking about. Economic policies are easy to maneuver one way or the other. Foreign policy is much harder.
Yes,
requires conviction.
Yeah, but I was just once again, I'm just using what Kyle said to me. Kyle said foreign policy, the left is better on that. He said gay marriage, the left is better on that. Now, once again, I was like, first of all, like be discreet. Like, what do you mean by the left? Is it some sort of blob of people that are all like? What does that mean? What does it mean? Do you mean the politicians in office? Like what? Who or what the fuck do you mean?
No, you know what's funny? I bet you he doesn't mean the same thing Tucker Carlson would say or Mark Levin would say. Yeah. I bet you it's not that left. It ain't that left he's talking about. But it's funny, like, yeah, when you use verbiage like that, you become a victim of your own demise.
Exactly. And once again, I went through the main kind of political, quote unquote, political left as far as like politicians. I went through Barack Obama. I went through AOC. Went with Bernie Sanders and his foreign policy advisor Matt Duss. And I said, well, Ron Paul beats the shit out of all of them when it comes to foreign policy and gay marriage, in my humble opinion. So, yeah. I have an Alex Jones clip too. Play that at the end. But I'll see if there's more from Kyle here. Let's see. Here we go. Actually, I have to fix my volume because it'll blow your fucking ears out. There we go. Sorry, no editing here. We just do it. Here we go.
Holy shit. We always end up being right. And in the moment, the conservatives always end up being wrong. And here's Alex Jones. But unfortunately, what will continue to happen is all the right-wing baboons online will still pretend like Alex is anti-elite, anti-establishment, and he's just a truth teller laying out.
Now, I never would have thought you'd say it because it says Alex Jones is fucked. I thought you were going to go in a direction that, because I didn't watch this part. I assumed you were going to go in a direction that Alex Jones's fans were like, yeah, what the fuck you just say? I mean, that seems pretty likely. Sure, there's some knuckleheads that stick around, but for the most part, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, what the fuck is this take?
You already know. Yeah, I kind of agree with Kyle. You already know I kind of agree with Kyle.
Yeah. But
you got too much faith, Jordan.
It's not faith. It's just it's beyond the pale. It's just like, come on, no fucking way.
Okay. So let's try to talk this out. Talk this fucking through. What'd you just say? I'm high as hell. What'd you just say, bro? The last thing.
I'm saying I wasn't doing it as in like I have faith in people. Like
not faith. What was the other word you used? Oh, it's too far gone. You said right.
It's too blatant of like fucked up. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it is. The guy.
Is it?
You have to consider the context. Look at fucking all of Alex Jones's. Anthony, watch this shit. No, watch this shit.
All right. So this is what I gotta say though. I feel like he's gonna survive. I feel like Trump and this guy are gonna survive this. They're not gonna lose.
But I'm just
From
saying,
now till the end of the presidency, I'm saying they're gonna survive. Their reputation is gonna be intact.
no, it's the armor's being dinged up, bro. No, yes, it's not. I'm not saying it's everyone all of a sudden throwing Alex Jones to the garbage, but you have to remember, most of Alex Jones's watchers, I don't think they're brand new people. I think a lot of them are kind of mainstayers, right? Either from some like thing where Alex Jones got kicked off of fucking YouTube or something. Like, yeah, we gotta fucking support Alex, and Alex is saying the right things, and fuck the establishment, right? I have to assume they're longtime viewers. There's no way that there's like a brand new Trump fan and they go backwards to Alex Jones. They're more likely to like move forward with like, oh, I heard Joe Rogan say this shit, or I heard Dave Smith say this, or
Backwards. Yeah, I just got the.
seriously. So I'm gonna just take a guess and think that a lot of Alex Jones viewers are not new people. They're like people that have just been around, right? Infowar fans. And there's no way, with the context of all the shit that Alex is, once again, he could be full of shit and acting and pretending, or maybe got compromised at some point, whatever. The point is, he was saying certain things in words, in rhetoric, that were like, there's no way you can put something like this, next to his Venezuelan take. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way they can like, without their brains, like, bursting. There's no fucking way. Like listen to this shit. Listen to this.
We going on the fucking.
I heard this when it happened.
What the fuck?
I saw this when it happened.
Nobody fucking
Anthony, maybe you've seen it, but others might
Oh,
not
my
have.
bad. My bad.
You gotta think about these things, okay? You gotta.
I'm in the fifth dimension right now.
If you're high as shit right now, this shit will troll your brain right now. You're like, what the fuck? I died laughing when I first heard this. But all right, here we go.
We going on the fucking. Damn it, man! What the fuck?
Yeah, everybody. I remember.
Nobody fucking pure in this.
Everyone was laughing at it.
See, now I'm fucking pissed right now.
Now I'm
Syria
pissed.
fought Al Qaeda, they fought ISIS, they fought it all, and now you got Mattis and fucking all these people shitting all over us. And the goddamn fucking liberal fascists censoring us everywhere.
It's like that was a different human, bro.
Emergency fucking.
That doesn't look like the same human we see today.
Yeah, it actually looks like a different person. But
It looks like a totally different person.
here we go.
36-hour broadcast trying to stop this shit that could lead to World War III, and you fucking liberal pieces of fucking shit.
Yeah, he's the
you
Oracle.
fucking assholes.
Recast
fucking
it.
support this. Fuck you. You fucking goddamn degenerate fucks. And fucking.
YouTube. It was Alex that did it. Don't. all these f bombs are coming from Alex. I'm not saying it, it's Alex.
Mueller and fucking Comey and fuck you. Every major analyst. See, I shouldn't even be on there right now. Every analyst agrees that this could trigger World War III unlike anything in our history. And the Russians were the good guys battling ISIS and Al Qaeda. I'm not a Russophile. I've never been to Russia. But I've studied the geopolitics. They are the white knights. And our military 5 years ago joining the Russians to block Obama and the Arab Spring and do the right thing, did the right thing. And now Mattis looks like a fucking Emperor Palpatine. That cocksucker.
He was like Tales of the Crypt. He was a Tales of the Crypt guy.
That Al Qaeda and ISIS staged all those fucking chemical attacks. And now they're blaming it on the goddamn motherfucking I shouldn't be on there right now. When the fuck are we going live? I can't do this shit anymore. Fuck Trump and fuck these fucking people. At a certain point, man, I'm sick of all you fucking liberals and mainlanders. You're a bunch of cowardly fucks. You're not Americans. What's going on?
Where's my goddamn coffee at?
Should we shut these feeds down and delete those? And I'm going to try to control myself. Dude, just...
He got fucked. I'm angry.
And according to my assessment, Alex actually outflanks Bernie Sanders on the chemical weapons attack in Syria.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Kyle? What do you think about that? Like, Bernie never took time to even question the idea, let alone, go with, like, what Alex was saying there. Like, and there's plenty of topics where Bernie puts no thought, like, like on the surface, puts no actual effort or thought into the topic at all. And it's like, well, if that's what you want as a leader, if that's what you mean by they're better, good luck to you, man. You let dumb fuck Alex Jones beat you to the punch on something, dude. But don't worry, Kyle won't ever say that, ever. He will keep that, if he has to, keep it a secret. Or doesn't even know about it in the first place because, yeah, he's a strategist, which makes you a bot, essentially. But all right, let's see if he has anything else to say before he starts cutting promos. Here we go.
About the facts, and they'll overlook the fact that he's wrong about this and he's wrong about countless things because he's sucking up to Daddy Trump, just like he also for a long time was sucking up to Daddy Elon as well.
I agree.
And these people
sell
their souls on a regular basis because they don't have any principles of their own. They don't have an ideology of their own. They don't have policy preferences of their own. All he has is conspiracy theory garbage and mainstreaming himself by hopping on the Trump train. But thankfully, all that is fucking falling apart as we speak because Trump has destroyed this country so thoroughly in like 7 or 8 months that he's been in office that a lot of these people who hopped on that bandwagon are now they're being looked at as the fools and clowns that they are. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and...
No, Kyle, no. I won't subscribe. Not happening. Nah, it's... Okay, Kyle. Okay. I mean, you definitely knocked Alex Jones down a peg or two, I guess. Or politically beat him up a bit there. Because he, advocated for bombing Venezuela. Not a hard topic to win over, on that one. But yeah, some of the others, like, it's like we're better. Like, do you mean you as an individual? Yeah, there's plenty of things I'm gonna call you wrong on. To be honest with you, like voting for Kamala Harris without explaining the context, like without explaining the scenario fully in depth of like, yo, she's gonna make the world a worse place, but she's gonna do that less than the other guy. Trump's gonna do more of making the world a worse place. She will do less of making the world a worse place. So just be blatantly honest about it. Like, put it in those terms, really, because that's what you say through your videos, right? If you cover Kamala Harris, especially if she's running against Bernie Sanders or someone like that, someone you like, you shit on her, don't you? You point out all her corruptions, all her mistakes, all her fuck-ups that she never atones for, and then when she gets basically handed the nomination in 2024, you, now it's time to go vote for her? Okay. And maybe it's about a protest vote again. Maybe is it a protest vote? I guess. We don't like Trump so much. We're gonna vote for Kamala. Fair enough, but make sure you get all of your audience to understand what's at stake if you pull that lever that direction, and she actually wins. It's like, yeah, that's called untold numbers being killed around the world. You don't think they'd subvert in Venezuela just like Trump's doing? You don't think that would happen? Huh? You sure about that? I think that would happen. What about Gaza? You think Israel would be allowed to run around willy-nilly, break all the international laws, murder untold numbers of people? You think that would have stopped? I don't think so. Ukraine. You think that one would stop? Under Kamala Harris? I don't think so. Incursions in Africa. You think those would stop? Nope. Bombings in Somalia. Would that stop? Nope. What else do you... Iran. Maybe that's the one thing that people are going with that Kamala maybe wouldn't have done. Like a direct bombing. But would she be politically subverting them? You bet your ass she would. That's pretty guaranteed. And basically just fucking the whole region up until they can build McDonald's everywhere and fucking Citibanks everywhere. Right? So they terraform it with their own, business buddies. So, it's once again, you can say better. I'd say something quite different. But whatever. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment. Agree. Oh, wait. I'll do a Kyle style. Hey, man. before you leave, guys, don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Give me money. I'm sorry. I can't even do it. It doesn't even sound right when I say it. Yo, hit the like button for me. Doesn't feel right. Yeah, subscribe if you feel like. Comment whether you agree or disagree. I actually read the comments. Kyle, get better at that, Kyle. You better be reading your fucking comments. You better be. Where's your fucking? Better be reading these, Kyle. Where's your watermark for I read your comment? Where's it at? You better be reading those goddamn comments, Kyle. Don't be abusing your own fans for the algorithm, because it boosts your video up when you get a shit ton of comments. Is that something I heard? I don't even know if it's true or not, but content creators definitely believe it. Also, capital letters in the title is also another thing that I guess universally content creators believe boosts their fucking videos up. Oh fuck! Don't worry. Fans won't observe those things. They'll just be like, oh, wow, another Kyle video. Sorry. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you think about any of this stuff. For or against, whatever. Don't forget to check out the links in the description box. Read them, share them, then donate to them. Not fucking donations for me, but for other people, for charities and other people. Also, check out the Discord link if you want to have some Discord, some discussions from people maybe you don't agree with, or maybe you do. So, only one way to find out. Go make some arguments. Or if you just want to relax, put some music on and do some arts and crafts or something, like, go ahead. Join the call and just hang out, play music, whatever. I don't mind. Whatever. All links description box. And with all that said, please give this video a thumbs down. I mean, give it a thumbs up. I mean, give it a thumbs down.